Plus, grapevines are low maintenance once established and can produce fruit for decades. They also add beauty to your garden with their lush foliage and climbing vines. Whether you have a large backyard or a small patio, there's a grape variety that can thrive in your space. 2. Choosing the right grape variety. The first step in growing grapes is selecting the right variety for your climate and purpose. Here's what you need to know. Types of grapes. Table grapes. These are meant for eating fresh. Popular varieties include Thompson seedless, Flame seedless, and Concord. Wine grapes. These are used for making wine. Examples include Cabernet Sauvignon, Chardonnay, and Pinot Noir. Juice or jam grapes. These are perfect for making juice, jams, or jellies. Concord and Niagara are great choices. Climate considerations. Cool climates. Choose cold-hardy varieties like Concord or Valiant. Warm climates. Opt for heat-tolerant varieties like Muscadine or Thompson seedless. Disease resistance. Some grape varieties are more resistant to common diseases like powdery mildew and black rot. Check with your local nursery for recommendations. 3. Selecting the perfect location. Grapes need the right environment to thrive. Here's how to choose the best spot. Sunlight grapes require full sun, at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight per day. Choose a location with plenty of sunlight to ensure healthy growth and fruit production. Soil grapes prefer well-drained soil with a pH between 5.5 and 7.0. If your soil is heavy clay or sandy, amend it with organic matter like compost to improve its structure. Air circulation. Good air circulation helps prevent diseases. Avoid planting grapes in low-lying areas where cold air or moisture can accumulate. 4. Preparing the soil. Before planting, it's essential to prepare the soil to give your grapevines the best start. Test the soil. Use a soil test kit to check the pH and nutrient levels. Adjust the pH if necessary by adding lime to raise pH or sulfur to lower pH. Amend the soil. Add compost or well-rotted manure to improve soil fertility and drainage. Till the soil. Loosen the soil to a depth of 12 to 18 inches to allow the roots to spread easily. 5. Planting your grapevines. Once the soil is ready, it's time to plant your grapevines. Here's how. When to plant. The best time to plant grapevines is in early spring, after the last frost date in your area. How to plant. Dig a hole. Dig a hole twice as wide and deep as the root ball. Plant the vine. Place the grapevine in the hole, spreading the roots evenly. The bud union, where the vine was grafted onto the rootstock, should be just above the soil line. Backfill the hole. Fill the hole with soil, gently tamping it down to remove air pockets. Water thoroughly. Water the vine well to help settle the soil. Mulch. Apply a layer of mulch around the base of the vine to retain moisture and suppress weeds. Spacing. Space grapevines 6 to 10 feet apart to allow room for growth and air circulation. 6. Training and pruning grapevines. Training and pruning are essential for healthy grapevines and a good harvest. Here's how to do it. Training trellis system. Install a trellis or arbor to support the vines. Grapevines need something to climb on, so make sure your support structure is sturdy. Cordon system. Train the main trunk to grow vertically, then allow 2 lateral branches, cordons, to grow horizontally along the trellis wires. Pruning. When to prune? Prune grapevines in late winter or early spring when they are dormant. How to prune? Remove old, dead, or diseased wood. Select the healthiest canes to be your fruiting canes and prune them back to 2 to 3 buds per cane. Remove any excess canes to prevent overcrowding. 7. Watering and fertilizing. Proper watering and fertilizing are key to healthy grapevines. Watering. Deep watering. Water deeply once a week, ensuring the soil is moist to a depth of 12 to 18 inches. Avoid overwatering. Grapes don't like waterlogged soil, so make sure the soil has good drainage. Fertilizing. Early spring. Apply a balanced fertilizer, like 10-10-10, in early spring, just before the vines start to grow. Compost. Side dress the vines with compost or well-rotted manure to provide additional nutrients. 8. Pest and disease management. Grapes can be susceptible to pests and diseases, but with proper care, you can keep your vines healthy. Common pests. Grape phylloxera, a tiny insect that attacks the roots. Plant-resistant varieties to prevent infestations. Japanese beetles. Handpick or use traps to control these pests. Spider mites. Spray the vines with water or use insecticidal soap to manage infestations. Common diseases. Powdery mildew. Improve air circulation and avoid overhead watering to prevent this fungal disease. Downy mildew. Remove infected leaves and apply fungicides if necessary. Black rot. Remove infected fruit and leaves and apply fungicides to control the spread. 9. Harvesting your grapes. Harvesting grapes at the right time is crucial for the best flavor. Here's how to know when your grapes are ready. Check the color. The grapes should be fully colored and no longer green. Taste the grapes. The best way to determine ripeness is to taste them. They should be sweet and flavorful. Check the seeds. For seeded varieties, the seeds should be brown and fully developed. Harvest in the morning. Pick grapes in the early morning when they are cool and the sugar content is highest. Use pruning shears. Cut the grape clusters from the vine, leaving a small stem attached. 10. Storing and using your grapes. Once harvested, here's how to store and use your grapes. Storing grapes. Refrigerate. Store grapes in the refrigerator in a perforated plastic bag or container to maintain humidity. Don't wash until ready to use. Washing grapes before storing can promote mold growth. Using grapes. Eat fresh. Enjoy your grapes fresh as a healthy snack or add them to salads and cheese platters. Make juice or jam. Use your grapes to make homemade juice, jam, or jelly. Make wine. If you're growing wine grapes, try making your own wine at home. Freeze for later. Freeze grapes and use them in smoothies or as a refreshing snack. 11. Common questions about growing grapes. Here are some frequently asked questions about growing grapes. How long does it take for grapevines to produce fruit? Grapevines typically start producing fruit 2 to 4 years after planting, depending on the variety and growing conditions. Can I grow grapes in containers? Yes. Choose a dwarf variety and use a large container with good drainage. Provide a trellis or support for the vines to climb. Do grapes need a lot of water? Grapes are relatively drought-tolerant once established, but they need regular watering during the growing season, especially in dry climates. How do I protect grapes from birds? Use bird netting to protect your grapes from birds as they ripen.